I'll give up as much as you can. Your secret to the gift to never forgive her. She's a wash it away.
On the way to the ring, from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 225 pounds, Jeff Hardy.
Raw is live tonight from Santa Fe, New Mexico, where this capacity crowd is on its feet. If we don't get this show on the road, I think we're going to have a riot on our hands, JR. You might be right, King. Good thing we've got extra security on hand here tonight. This crowd is ready for action. These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it. It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight. They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks. It's great to hear the fans come alive every time Jeff Hardy sets foot in the ring. Yeah, but I could do without all of his shrieking female fans. Well, it sounds like someone's a little jealous. I'm sure you... My God! A thunderous blow from that sledgehammer. Man, talk about getting hammered. And what a slumber knocker of a shot with that sledgehammer. That'll rearrange your facial features for sure, JR. I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight. I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit. I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home. Well, what a shot! You can't take too many of those and expect to stay in this. I don't even want to think about what that feels like, JR. Man, I don't mind telling you, JR, this Umaga scares the heck out of me. He's a savage. He's primal, a carnivore, like some kind of wild animal. Yeah, and if he wasn't competing in the WWE, they'd probably have him locked up in a cage and charge admission just to see him. Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go. Good grief! I don't care how tough you are. A chair shot is a chair shot. And you can't take too many of those and expect to continue. A vicious chair shot. That chair was never meant to be used like that, JR. I don't think that's going to happen, King. He's built up too much momentum to be stopped now. I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight. That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out. Oh, man! Did you hear that chair shot, JR? I'd be surprised if there was a single person in this arena who didn't, King. Oh, no! I don't like the looks of this. He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out. Oh, man! That'll leave you hurting for certain. You're not kidding, JR. That'll leave your head ringing for sure. I don't think that these superstars have even contemplated the fact that they might lose. I'm sure they have. That's not the kind of attitude you come in with and expect to pick up the win. You're right about that, JR. If you can't see yourself having your arm raised, oh man, what a shot from that foreign object. What are you talking about, JR? I'm almost sure that was made in America. Jeff Hardy's aerial offense is amazing. He must be looking for a weapon of some kind. This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment. You got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown. Not on SmackDown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can come close to the excitement of seeing the Raw superstars perform live. It doesn't matter who Umaga's in the ring against or how I feel about them personally. I pity them. I know what you mean, JR. I don't even know if Umaga understands the whole concept of winning a match. I think he just hits his opponent until they don't get up anymore. And I don't care how tough you are. After going a few rounds with a Samoan bulldozer, not getting up must start to seem like a pretty good idea. on. You can't blame the superstars for looking under the ring for weapons. Anything you find under there can be a huge help. Oh no, that last shot busted him open, and the blood is flowing freely. Great, JR. Where else besides the WWE can you see this kind of ruthless aggression? I can't think of anywhere else, King, but I'm afraid I don't share your enthusiasm for this kind of brutality. I tell you, King, I've got no earthly idea how these superstars can maintain this intensity week after week after week. He sure is putting that thing to good use, JR. I don't know if I'd call it good use, King. Definitely an advantage. Wow, what a great actor. Look at me. Flat on your back with your shoulders on the mat is no place to be. WWE's traveled to just about every country, and Jeff Hardy's got fans in every single one. Well, he's a one-of-a-kind phenomenon, no doubt about it. They call him the Samoan Bulldozer, and you don't get closer to the truth than that. No kidding. He's just about as big and almost as strong. And the only difference is you can turn a bulldozer off if something goes wrong. You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars. You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE. We're not talking about running a ball down a field or slapping a puck into a net. Good Lord, what an impact! That's the way to do it. Keep going. That went nowhere. Any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match. That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your... I can't believe anyone would fall for that. It's the oldest trick in the book. He's going for the pin. 1, 2, 3.
Here's your winner, Jeff Hardy.
Welcome to a sold-out SmackDown from San Antonio, Texas. Do we have an exciting show for you tonight?
I can't wait for the action to begin. Just look at these WWE fans.
They've really come alive here tonight in the Alamo City. They know they're about to see the greatest superstars in sports entertainment.
Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. These are trained WWE superstars. And even they wind up seriously injured sometimes.
That's for sure. Even me, a former WWE champion, has had his share of injuries over the years. And there's the counter. Talk about superstars who don't have an ounce of quit between them. You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Hey, you got to be in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You know that if you actually ever step between those ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted. I'm going to replace you with somebody who actually knows what they're talking about. Maybe Carlito. He might be a little tough to understand sometimes, but at least he knows what it's like to wrestle a match. This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, but if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Well, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
These superstars have been giving it everything they've got all night.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
Yeah, you're not going to win a match if you're blown up 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent. These superstars are so unpredictable. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
I don't think you're going to be... Uh-oh. You know what's coming next.
Tombstone title driver. How many superstars have fallen victim to that over the years?
He's going for the pin. I love hearing a crowd come alive, even if I disagree with what they're saying.
Me too, and I do agree with what they're saying. Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
If you let me train you, you could be cruiserweight champ inside a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Are you surprised?
It looks like he's decided to finish off his opponent.
And what a way to do it. Tombstone. There's the cover. 1, 2, 3. Here's your winner, The Undertaker. H-Town is now ECW's town as Extreme Championship Wrestling is live in Houston, Texas tonight. Hey, remember this? Houston, we have a problem. Whatever problems there are tonight will likely be solved inside that ECW ring. Speaking of the squared circle, let's go to it. What a night of action, and I have a feeling the best is still yet to come. I'm thinking it too. You know what? What will make this thing much better is if you maybe just kind of like, damn, he just broke his opponent in half with the table. He might break the table in half on his opponent. Lashley's one of those quiet dudes, but when the man gets in that ring, he will beat you down. I don't know if there's ever been a better balance of power and athletic ability in one package. What a shot! That sledgehammer will mess you up for good. How does someone even hope to come back after something like that? He's looking for a big move here. Yeah, they don't get much bigger than this. Dominator. Oh my God! What a sickening impact from that sledgehammer. No kidding. That thing is meant to crush stone.